All right, welcome back to the final part of this morning's Right Stuff. I'm Richard Baker, standing in for Matthew whilst he takes his summer break. And joining me now is property expert Luke Doonan, who is here, brand new expert on the Right Stuff. Welcome.
Good morning. He's
here to help sort out any problems you have with your home, buying, selling, moving, staying put. Don't do a thing until you've spoken to Luke. The number to dial is 0207 173 5555. Already had a lot of calls, you would be. So not surprisingly, given the state of the economy at the moment. There's been all sorts of headlines. I wanted to ask you a question myself. All sorts of headlines lately about the property market. There was even a report out last week that said that property prices will rise by 25%. Not immediately, in about 3 years' time or so.
Yeah,
now, is that true?
Well, they said over a 5-year period.
Is it a 5-year period?
Yeah,
so what did you make of that?
Well, I think it's really the press, again, just trying to get a headline. So if you think about 25% over 5 years is 5% a year. And I think we're not really going to have any major growth for the next sort of 18 months, 12 months to 18 months.
What's happened in the past 12 months?
Basically, the banks have stopped lending to each other, which means they've stopped lending to us, Joe Public, in simple terms. So the amount of liquidity in the market is not great. So the big mortgage companies are just really being very careful who they lend to.
Yeah, so therefore, if you don't give people money to buy houses, they don't buy houses, which decreases the amount of demand. Following the simple laws of economics, it means that houses are worth less money because people don't want to buy them. So that's what's happened, essentially, isn't it?
Yes.
You've also got people who can't repay their mortgage because of interest rates as well.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, there's been a lot of mis-selling of mortgages over the past 5-10 years. So you've got lots of promises. People have got their special great deals for 2 years, and then they're kind of left high and dry 2 years on.
All right, so many calls. Let's go straight to them. Amy, what you got?
Okay, we're going to go straight to Jackie on line 2.
Okay, Jackie, good morning to you, Jackie.
Good morning. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you, Jackie. And you're on the line with Luke Doonan. What do you want to say to him?
Hi, Luke. Hello. Well, I've got a mortgage, one of those self-certification mortgages.
Okay.
Which we took out about 8 years ago. We're self-employed. We bought our house. And the only way we could afford it really was on a self-serve. And this was with Northern Rock.
Right.
Northern Rock have had a lot of problems. And I know they wrote to us about a year ago, or maybe a bit less than that, saying some mortgages they won't be renewing.
Right.
So ours was on a 5-year term, and that's due to expire in about 2 years' time. And we've had quite a change of circumstances in the last few years. Our daughter's been diagnosed with a liver disease.
Right.
So we're not able to work fully, and our income has really gone down. So
Okay.
I'm just wondering, what should we be really thinking about doing in the next 2 years?
If I were you, what I would do is speak to Northern Rock probably about 6 months before your mortgage is due to expire, see what they can offer you, and if they don't offer you a deal, then just shop around and get a new mortgage, to be honest.
Yeah, the problem really is I don't know if we'll be able to get another self-certification mortgage, because I hear they're hard to get now.
Well, there are still some. It really depends on how much your house is worth and how much your mortgage is. If you've got a really big mortgage, it may be quite difficult, but if your loan to value...
Because we bought a house for around 60, and I know it's gone up to at least 120-ish in the last 8 years because of the part of Essex we're in.
Right.
So would that be in our favour, really?
Yeah, I think it would be, definitely. I would just definitely shop around. I think Northern Rock are probably one of the safest companies to be with.
Because the government own them.
Exactly, yeah,
Right,
in simple terms. And I think, did you say yours is running out in about 2 years?
Yes.
I think the next 12 to 18 months will be a lot better, and we're going to see some much better rates come online, but I think it's going to take that amount of time to sort out.
Okay. Jackie, was that helpful?
Lovely, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Nice to speak to you. Let's go back to Amy. Amy, what you got?
Okay, we're going to go to Margaret on line 3.
Okay, Margaret, hello.
Hello there.
Hello there. You're on the line with Luke Doonan.
Good morning.
Are you property expert, Margaret? What's concerning you?
Hi, good morning. I live in a council house at the minute, and it has a right to buy. And I was tempted to buy it, but I thought with the house prices down now, maybe a new build would be better investment for the future. And my ability to actually get a mortgage would be preferred to buying a new house or an old council house, if you know what I mean.
Whereabouts is your property?
It will be in Hemel Hempstead.
Right. I mean, my view of council housing, the way they were built, 15, 20 years ago, is a lot better than some of the developers today. Are you going to get a discount?
Yeah, you get a slight discount, yeah. It's capped now, but it's something.
Okay, I would 100% buy your council house, and then later on, I think you can sell after 3 years. So you could then sell later on and then buy what you want. But it's a really good step to start with.
All right. See, I was thinking the other way. I thought go for the new building with all the things in it. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think if someone's offering you a discount and you're probably going to get a really good price.
And then she can sell it for full price and then makes a profit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Margaret, very clear bit of advice for you there.
That's lovely. That's great. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Margaret.
Bye.
Let's go back to Amy.
Okay, we're going to go to Dawn on line 4.
Okay, Dawn, hello to you.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. You're on with Luke Doonan. What's on your mind?
Good morning. I've got a property that my mum left me a few years ago. When she
Lucky you.
died. Now, the estate needs to be separated. There are 4 of us. And the property is due to be sold in approximately 12 months' time.
Right.
I'm just wondering the best way to deal with it, whether to sell it after a 12-month period or to hold on to it for the 25% increase in 3 years' time.
Right, yeah. It's difficult to know what to do. Is there any reason why you're selling it, or there's a plan to sell it in a year from now?
Only because my stepfather is currently in the property.
Right.
And he's got his name on a residential home. The waiting list is 12 months. So we thought, okay, then the property will be available to be sold on.
Okay. It really depends on the other 3 people involved, because there's normally so many problems with families fighting over, you know, when it's sold and who gets what. Personally, my view is if you buy and own property, never sell it, because sooner or later, 10, 15 years, if you look long term, it will come good for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Dawn, is that right?
Thank you. Yeah, that's
Pleasure.
fine.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn. And we'll go back to Amy one more time. Amy.
Yeah, sure. Let's go to Greg then on line 1.
All right, Greg, you're through to Luke Doonan.
Good morning.
Luke, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good.
My question relates to the buy-to-let market, which I am not a part of yet, but I would like to start investing in. And I wondered at the moment what your thoughts are on the buy-to-let market and buying property for rental and holding over the next 10 to 15 years, how profitable that will be.
I mean, I've been doing buy-to-let for nearly 20 years, and I think there's always a bargain in any market, but it's just getting the right property. My rule of thumb is buy the worst house in the best street and then do it up over time. I think now is probably a good time to get in, as long as you look really long term and you have a big deposit. I would save, say, 25% of the purchase price to have as a deposit.
Well, that leads me to very quickly to another question then, which is major deposits are something I don't have at the moment.
Okay.
Certain builders have advised me that they will discount the headline value of a property, which then suggests to the bank that a deposit's been paid.
Right.
Now, essentially, you can buy that property if the builder is willing to give a discount. Is that something that you think is a good idea, or is that the builder just saying, we've inflated the price of the property in the first place?
That's exactly what they're doing. They're inflating the price, then paying your deposit, so effectively you don't have to pay the deposit. Long term it might work if you get a developer at their end of financial year, when they really need to sell. Otherwise I wouldn't go near that, to be honest, and I wouldn't touch property clubs either, which kind of do the same sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay, Greg, thank you. Is that all right?
Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Thank you for phoning, Greg. Only got a few seconds left. Just to explain, we touched on this earlier. The cities probably aren't doing as badly as some other areas of the country. You're more protected in big cities.
Yeah, I think London is okay. I would be worried about other cities up north, to be honest, because so many flats have been built.
Okay, good stuff. All right, well, we'll have to leave it there. But thank you, Luke, for all your help and advice. Luke Doonan, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Good debut, Luke. I think it's great, thank you.